From Travels with Lobo, you are viewing Detroit, America's great comeback city, and Lonely Planet's #2 city destination in 2018. Vlog number 21. Michigan Central Railway Station, Detroit's biggest comeback moment yet. Thank you for having subscribed, but I want to remind you that in order to get notification of my new vlogs being published every Friday, you've got to click on that alert bell at least once.
Right now, who's responsible for this whole thing? I want to bring up Bill Ford himself again. Where you at, Bill? There you are. Detroit, we always bounce back. Make some noise for it one more time.
Some of you might know that Henry Ford was the son of an immigrant. His father, William Ford, came over from Cork during Ireland's potato famine. And
if you got love for Detroit like I got love for Detroit, make some noise one more time.
Look at the skyline of Detroit, and to the right is dominated by the Renaissance Center with the Detroit Marriott Hotel in the middle at 727 feet. Yes, the GM Ren Center is a world headquarters for General Motors Corporation, but remember, it was originally built by the Ford Motor Company, always a key player in the history of Detroit. Closer to the center of downtown and to the right is the Allied Detroit Center, Michigan's tallest office building at 619 feet. In the center, the Penobscot Building at 565 feet, a building that seems to have been around forever. Then there's a big white box, the Joe Louis Arena, the former home of the Detroit Red Wings. That's to be demolished this year. The Red Wings now play at Little Caesars Arena. To the left, the green roof building is the Book Tower, empty for many, many years, presently being renovated by Dan Gilbert and Bedrock Developments. The lower building to the right, the Weston Book Cadillac Hotel, which came back online in 2008. Further to the west, you have the Riverfront Towers, an apartment and condominium complex. Go further west along the Detroit River, and right there, the red building on your right is the Motor City Casino owned by Ilitch Holdings and U.S. Post Office. Keep going west, and what's that gray building in the middle? Go further west along the Detroit River and you get to the Ambassador Bridge, the most important border crossing in North America between Canada and the United States. Now, that gray building in the middle that I mentioned turns out to be one of the most iconic abandoned buildings in the United States. Downtown Detroit, straight ahead. To my right, a relic of history that closed in 1988, the former railway station of Detroit. A marvel of architecture. Abandoned in 1988, waiting to be resurrected in one form or other, just waiting for the money to arrive. When I spoke those prophetic words back in November of 2017, I had no idea that the change was going to come a lot faster than I thought. That's what this vlog is about. And that I would be there to witness this historic event.
So great. April 7th, 2009. You know what happened that day? The Detroit City Council voted to order the immediate demolition of this building.
It was like 4 years.
And in 2009, that was a very logical decision. We were in the middle of a severe recession, 20,000 people a year were moving out of the city. There was no hope to bring this building into the city. That's what they thought in 2009.
We'd like to start off with giving a big warm welcome to our new neighbor, the Ford Motor Company.
off to war and then welcomed them home. And I remember the first time I walked through this as a little boy, I'd never seen anything so big or so majestic. and I didn't think anything like it could exist anywhere else. It was something that only Detroit could do and make a statement like this. And for decades, this station was the place where you knew you'd arrived. But once the last train pulled out, it became a place where hope left. As parts of Detroit hollowed out, so did this station. It became a symbol of the city's hard times, a monument to its struggles. It's time for that to change. It's time to remake this station into a place of possibility again. Today, the Michigan Central Station has a new owner, Ford Motor Company.
The Detroit Free Press calls this Detroit's biggest comeback moment yet.
It's where he made it possible for workers to join the middle class. A living wage, a 40-hour work week, profit sharing, hiring workers with disabilities. These advances helped workers buy the cars they made, afford a home, send their kids to college, and then to retire. And at Willow Run, Ford employees built the planes and tanks that won the war, setting the stage for decades of American prosperity. And at the Rouge, which will celebrate its 100th anniversary soon, generations of workers, grandparents, parents, sons, daughters, have been through all the good times and the bad, but they've built the best cars and trucks in the world. And in many ways, we came together, Ford and Detroit. At times, we stumbled together too. But whenever anybody writes us off, we come together, get to work, and we write a new chapter. Back to what we're doing here today. This station is a symbol, but Ford's investment in Corktown is anything but symbolic. We're making a big bet on our future. What Highland Park, Willow Run, and the Rouge were to the American economy in the 20th century, we hope Corktown will be to the American economy in the 21st century. And I know that's a big claim, but this industry is going through some big changes. And I think we all recognize that there was a time when our industry didn't keep up and we weren't thinking about the future in a responsible, sustainable way.
For the comeback of Detroit, this is a game changer. Ford has just bought the Michigan Central Railway Station, an abandoned building where they hope to place the hub of their future mobility ventures, meaning driverless cars, not only cars, but also public transportation. They hope to place 2,500 employees in the Corktown district.
We'll bring all our mobility teams to this neighborhood, and they'll work to make people's lives better. And after all, that should be the point of technology, to make people's lives better. And we want help from everybody. We want the best startups, the smartest talent, the kind of thinkers, engineers, and problem solvers who see things differently to come and partner with us here in Detroit. We're planning a modern workspace in the tower above, and we plan to restore it all in an environmentally friendly way. And above all, we want this to be a public gathering spot for the people of Detroit to come, have fun, and enjoy it. Some of you might know that Henry Ford was the son of an immigrant. His father, William Ford, came over from Cork during Ireland's potato famine. And this part of town was coined Corktown for all the immigrants like him who came here with little more than hope. This is a signal to the world that Detroit is open for business for good.
There's no restrictions, there's nothing stopping us. So now's the time. No more excuses, all right? And I also want to bring somebody up right now who's responsible for this whole thing. I want to bring up Bill Ford himself. Again, where you at, Bill? There you are. Detroit, we always bounce back. Make some noise for it one more time. Thanks for having me.
Big Sean, that was fantastic. I wish you'd stick around all weekend because we got big plans. Everybody is invited this weekend to an open house. It's the first time that this has been open to the public in over 30 years. And Big Sean, thanks for everything. You're a good man. Thank you.
I know Detroit is associated with rapper Eminem, but I haven't heard a thing about Eminem in Detroit since I've been here. It's all about Big Sean. Big Sean is now the rapper of Detroit. And whenever something happens in Detroit, Big Sean is there.
Big Sean, he's a rap artist. He's big. Oh yeah, he's a big guy. Big guy, yes sir. Really big. He wanted.
I see you at Dime Weekend having a good time to kick off summer. And if you got love for Detroit like I got love for Detroit, make some noise one more time.
This is the Amtrak station in Detroit. Shocking, it's not New York Central Station. It's not even your local bus station. It's even smaller than that. But it is the Amtrak station. Join me next Friday as I make a dream come true and actually get inside Detroit's old Central Station. Wow, what a vlog that was. And don't forget to hit that alert button. And if you watched it up to this point, why not give it a thumbs up? Thank you.